Good evening and welcome to True Encounters. I'm your host, Marvin Allen. Before I get into this next encounter, I would still like to apologize to all my subscribers because I haven't been uploading anything lately. But from now on, I'm going to start giving y'all a heads up of what I'm doing, when I'll be uploading and the times and everything. So thanks for being so patient. I love you all. And I hope that you continue to support me. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, then do so. Soon as I can get all the things that I need, I'm gonna start a GoFundMe page. So when I do start that, I wish and I hope that whoever could help me can, and if not, then still listen to my channels, because I love you regardless whether someone helps me or not, because this is my passion. This is what I love doing. So without further ado, we're gonna get into this next encounter. Now, this next encounter, this lady did not give me her location, so I didn't push for her to find out where it happened at. But she was nice enough to share her encounter with me, and I'm getting ready to share it with y'all. So without further ado, we're going to jump right into this one. Now, the name that I'm going to use is Miss May. Now, Miss May said that the street she live on, it's only 2 houses, and they, far apart. But when you walk all the way down her block, she said it's a dead end that runs right into the tree line. Now, mind you, where our house is facing, on the other side of the road, is nothing but tree line. So she said one morning she gets up and, she takes her little chihuahua out and they go for a walk. They will usually walk down to the end of the road where it's a dead end, turn around and come back. So she said she goes out. They started, walking. So she said after about a few minutes, she said it started to drizzle just a little. Not real heavy, but drizzle a little. And she said she decided that she should turn around and just go back in the house. She said, but after a few minutes, it just stopped. So, she can, continue the walk and just head on down to the end of the to the end of the road and then turn back around and go in the house. So she said as she walking, she said she sees something out the corner of her eye over in the tree line. She said she see this dark object running, but it's darting behind the trees. But when she look over there, she said she don't see nothing. So she continue, to walk. She said she's watching her, her little chihuahua. She said, because it would, it got them little legs and it would walk up real fast. She said, but she noticed that her dog stopped and it looked over there. She said, and when it looked over there, she said the ears just went back, just flat. She said then the dog just ran between her legs and started whimpering. So she picked it up. Said, what's wrong, boy? What's wrong? And, it just kept on whimpering. And she said, it's okay, boy. It's okay. It's okay. So she said she continued to walk. So she's walking down. She said, so after about 5 more minutes, she said she see it again. And it's darting behind the trees. So she looks over there. But she don't see nothing. So she don't know what it is. So she walking. So she makes it down at the end of the road, the dead end. So she starts to turn around. She walking back up. She said, so after she walked for about 2 minutes, she said she seen that dark shadow again. And she looks over. She said, but when she look over this time, she sees something by the tree, but she don't know what it is. But she sees something by the tree. She just knows it's something dark. because it was a little ways up in the tree line. So she turned, started walking again. And when she walks about 20 feet, she stopped. She said she had got this strong, wet dog smell. She said it was real strong. She said she could smell urine too mixed with it. She said it was real strong. So she was like, what the? She said, I don't see no other, dogs around here. She's looking up in the tree line, but she don't see nothing. So she started walking again. So she's walking and she walking. And her dog looks over in that direction while she's carrying him. And it is still back down. And it's whimpering real loud. She looks over. She stopped and she looks over in that direction. She said this time she see a creature. She sees something. But it's on all fours. It's all black. When she looked at it, at first she thought it was a dog. And she said, I know that's not nobody dug around here. She said, that's a very large dog. She said, this dog was humongous on all fours. Said she never seen a dog that big. So she started walking. She said, so while she walking, this dog on all fours was walking in the same direction that she was walking in. Now, mind you, she headed back up to the house because she don't know who dog is this, if it's a dog or what it's going to do or nothing like that. So she would walk and this dog would walk too, she said. So she said she get about 50 feet from her house. And she stopped. And she looks over there. She said when she looks over there, this dog thing started to walk towards the road. She said it stopped about 10 feet before you get on the road. She said, and when it stopped, she said this thing did something that messes her head up till this day. She said this thing stood up on two legs, bipedal. She said this thing was massive. It was just huge. She said it had broad shoulders. It had the pointy ears. It had the long snout. It had the head of a canine, of a dog. And it had the bent back legs. And she said it had the long arms with his hands facing outwards. And it had long claws, she said, on it. She said, and she watching this thing. So she said she started to walk backwards. She walking backwards up towards our house, but she looking over towards our house and at this thing. Over towards our house and at this thing. She said, but this creature kept its eyes on her the whole time. It just watched her. She said she made it to her driveway. She started walking up into the driveway. And then this creature started walking up out of the tree line onto the road and started walking diagonally over towards our house. She said she backed up to her front door. She opened the screen. She turned, put the key in, opened her door, turned and looked at this creature. She said the creature stopped at the beginning of her driveway and it stood there. Now, mind you, so it's only one way. It's a dead end down the other end. She wondering if she gonna see her neighbors pull up and see this thing standing out there. She says, so she goes in the house. She locks all the windows, all the doors. She opened the front curtains. She looks outside. The thing's still standing there. So she watching this creature. She said, then this creature started to walk up towards the house. Said when the creature got up there near her car, it stopped. And it put its hands on the back trunk of her car. Yeah, that's what she said it was, a hand. She said it put his hand on the back trunk of her car. And she watching this thing. Now, mind you, she had in her mind to call somebody. You know, a family member, her son, her daughter, and to tell them. She said, but then she got scared because she didn't want people not to believe her and to say that she crazy. So she didn't call nobody. She studied, watched this creature. She said, then this creature took its nails and it walked up the side of her car, scraping the back of her trunk of her car. Took his hands off, went up towards the door, stopped right there by her car door. She said she don't know what made this thing do that. She said this thing reached over and tried to open the car door. She said she don't know what made that thing do that because wasn't nothing in the car. She said she don't know what made that thing try to open her car door. She said, so she's still watching this thing. She said, then this thing walked over to the front door. She said, when it walked over to that front door, she said this thing opened the screen. Yeah, you heard it right. This is what she said this thing did. This thing opened the screen and it continued to try and open her door. It was turning the knob. After that door didn't open, it walked over and stood in front of the front window. When it got over there, she hurried up and shut the curtain. She said she could still see the silhouette, the shadow of this humongous creature. She said this creature was tall. She said because it was stooping down when it was on her front porch. Now, mind you, from the porch up to her roof, said it's about 8, 9 feet. Said the little roof was up high. She said, but this thing was stooping down because she could see the legs bent on this creature. That's how she know it wasn't fully erected, standing up. She said, then this thing started to tap on her window. Tap, tap, tap. Like it's taunting her, like it's playing with her. So her dog still whimpering, still whimpering, still whimpering. You know, and she trying to tell her dog, you know, be quiet, it's going to leave, it's going to leave. She's still watching the shadow of this creature. So she said what seemed like minutes long, 15, 20 minutes, but it wasn't that long, she said. She said this creature turned, walked down, back out the driveway, and went back over in the tree line. She opened back up the curtain. She watching this creature. She said, and it walked through the tree line until she lost sight of it. She said, but after that, she said she would look out her window every night and she would see a dark silhouette shadow high off the ground with yellow glowing eyes up in the tree line. She said she would see these eyes in this silhouette mostly every night for weeks straight. She said, then all of a sudden, poof, it's like this thing left. It's like it was never there. You know, and she said she haven't had a sighting in a while now. And she said she hoped she never have another one. You know, so that's her encounter, man. And I was just happy enough to get her encounter. I told her anytime she want to call, she want to talk to me, if she have another one and want me to tell it again, man, be free. I ain't never too busy to hear about somebody encounter. So call me and let me know. So I hope y'all enjoy that. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, then go and do so. If there's anything I can do different that y'all want me to do, just let me know. Leave me some a message down in the comments. You know, hit that like button. You know, go subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And again, I'll be starting up a GoFundMe page real soon. You know, if you can help me out, then that would be great. If not, then I'ma still post videos, and I'ma still love you more if you help me or if you don't help me. You know, I'ma always love you, because y'all is what keep me going. Y'all is what make me keep searching for the truth. Y'all keep me and make me want to really find out what these things are, because truthfully, I don't know what they are. You know, do I believe that they're flesh and blood? Absolutely. Do I believe they have a super side to them? Absolutely. Because these things can do things that you have never seen before. One minute they dead, and the next minute they gone. The way they can take bullets to the body. I mean, it's impossible. When you can shoot an elephant with a certain gun, or a buffalo, and take them down, you shoot them with the same kind of caliber, and these things get up. You know, they barely leave a blood trail, and if you follow it, then it just disappears. I don't know where these things come from. Could they came from the fallen angels? Absolutely. Could these angels bred it with animals? Absolutely. And that's where a race could have came from. Just like it was a race of giants. You know, they could have mixed the DNA up with these animals. And that's why they got these hybrids out here. These half men, half dog creatures. They all real. And for people who don't believe it, there's something wrong with y'all. But the thing is, they only going to show their self to who they want to show their self to. You can't go looking for these things, because you ain't going to find them. Trust me, they'll find you. You can bet to believe that. They will find you. If they want you to see them, they're going to make their self known. Now, mind you, and I don't encourage anybody to do that, don't go looking for these things. Please don't go looking for these things, because you're going to get more than what you bargained for. You're going to get more than what you bargained for. That's why I've had so many young people that have encounters that these things was tolerant to. They more tolerant to kids. Why? I don't know. But I hope I'm here long enough to find out the answer. Why they tolerant to more kids. Why they take to more kids. You know, these things are just read a kid mind and just tell him, come outside and play. Stuff like that. Now, how they can do that, how they can say something to you without moving their mouth and you can hear it clearly as if they was talking to you, I don't know. That's why I think they got a supernatural part to them. But don't go looking for these things, man. Because you're going to get more than you bargained for. Yes, these things do kill. If these things wanted to kill the people who have came in contact with them, trust me, they can do that without no problem. They don't have no problem. They are built to kill. And these things are huge. They are massive. These things ain't no joke, and they out there. And I'm going to keep spreading this word, man. I'm going to keep letting people know that these things are out there. If anybody out there had an encounter, man, go to my page, send me a message. If you want to come on, let me know. Or if you want me to tell it, I don't have no problem in telling it, because I love telling other people's encounter. You know, it's just the way I tell it. You know, it's like I'm reliving their encounter and their sighting. I love doing this. I love sharing these encounters. You know, and I want people to be careful when y'all going out in these national parks and camping out and stuff like that, because trust me, when you think it ain't watching you, oh, it's watching you, but you'll never see it. These things are masters of the woods. They are shadows in the tree line. They there when you think they not there. And it's a blessing and a curse when you can see these things up close in broad daylight. And they know you there. Even if they looking in another direction, they know you there. They can smell you. And people always ask, oh, why you don't have no pictures, or why you don't have this. You think it's that easy that you can walk up to one of these cryptids and say, hold up, let me get your picture. It don't work like that. These things can sense something. In these cameras, man, they not going to stand there and let you take no picture of them. They not. It's hard to get pictures of these creatures. And I did an encounter on Vic's show one time of this lady who said she got pictures of a male, a female, and 2 little pups. And when I did her encounter, she told me that she would let me see these pictures. But she never did. And I don't blame her for not letting me see him. I don't blame her, because she probably had it in her head, oh, I might show the pictures to somebody else. And, you know, trust me, if the government knows somebody got some pictures out there like that, and they show it and it winds up on Facebook or something like that, they coming. They coming. They coming to repossess. Trust me, they coming. They don't want the public to know about these things. They don't want us to know about these creatures or these cryptids. They don't want us to know nothing. They want to leave us in the blind. They don't want us to know. You know, so like I said, man, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, go and do so, and leave me some comments. If I can do something different, then let me know, and I'll be right back at you with another encounter that my niece had. Good night.